So if I told you there was a movie that you can watch on Netflix right now that has the same actors that have played characters such as Miles Morales, Netflix's Sabrina, Jesse from Toy Story, Ned from the Spider-Man movies, live action, and also Dora the Explorer, this would be something you would want to watch, right? We're going to talk about that and much more. Let It Snow follows the story of a snowstorm that hits a small town on a cold Christmas Eve, affecting the friendships, love lives, and futures of several high school seniors. Hey everybody, Elliot here today with my new Netflix review for the new romantic Christmas comedy, Let It Snow, available on Netflix now. I'm going to let you all know if it's something worth checking out over the weekend. But before we get into all that fun stuff, definitely consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already. And once you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with our content. And if you've seen Let It Snow, I want to know what you thought of the film. Let me know in the comments and let's have some fun discussions down there. So, as I had mentioned up top, this cast is stacked. That was definitely one of the biggest things that gravitated me towards this movie. I watched the trailer, thought it was cute, thought it was charming. And again, this cast is amazing. You know, all the way from Miles Morales, Shameik Moore, Dora the Explorer. Again, you got people that are actually in the Netflix universe. And that's one thing that Netflix has done a really good job in recently, especially these type of romantic comedies. You see that they kind of cherry pick some of the actors and actresses that they have on Netflix shows and movies. And I really like to see this cast together. And I thought for the most part, this cast was really fun to watch, you know, right? Even though I wasn't necessarily connected to a lot of the storylines, so some of the stuff is just too teenage stuff for me. And yes, we've all been teenagers, but I'm way past that stage of my life. So some of those storylines didn't really necessarily connect with me per se, but I still like the charisma and the charm from these characters. I think of two particular storylines that really kind of caught my interest. It was probably the most interesting storylines for me personally, and they also got the most screen time, and that's Shameik Moore and Isabela Merced's kind of relationship they have going, with Shameik Moore being a pop star and Isabela wanting to leave town but can't because she has obligations and certain things that she wants to do in her hometown that she's not a big fan of. I kind of connected to that storyline in regards to just wanting to see how things played out. And then we have the other relationship that was really interesting to me and thought was really kind of heartwarming in regards to knowing yourself and embracing who you are as a person. That's really the storyline that we get with what's her name, Liz, I believe her last name is Hewson from Santa Clarita Diet. She has this relationship with a young girl who's really not comfortable with who she is as a person, and I kind of like how that storyline played out. And there was a couple other themes in this storyline and in this movie that was very surprising in regards to just, you don't really get that type of thread or themes or message in a type of film like this, and I was very surprised by that. So outside of that, you know, it is an hour and a half, so it goes by pretty quickly. But now kind of jumping into the criticisms. This is like Love Actually for teenagers, and it is based on a 2008 book. But when I say it's a Love Actually teenager type of movie, we've seen this movie 1,000 times. So yes, it's cool to see these actors play these roles, but they're just doing a recycled storyline in regards to you've seen all these type of storylines play out before. You kind of know how it's going to end, and you know where things are going to wrap up. And not necessarily when I saw this trailer, but I think, this is going to be a groundbreaking Christmas story. It was just, I was hoping that we get a little bit more twist, a little bit more spark, a little bit more edge to it. But it was a very just standard Christmas film. Again, I think, you know, and I just said that in my last review with Last Christmas, a film that I wasn't the biggest fan of. Check out that review. But anyway, it's like, I'm reviewing this on Friday night, and it's Saturday now. We're talking about November 9th, and we got Christmas movies already, and we haven't even had Thanksgiving. So I think it might just be one of those things where I'm just not necessarily in the mood for a Christmas film quite yet, even though I'm a big fan of that particular genre. It's just that this film is just very, very general, just very standard. It was just kind of a Netflix film that has a great cast, which Netflix does that a lot, where they have this ensemble of great talent in it, in their films or projects or series, and it's just like, very standard, just very generic. And that's what this film really was for me. Again, it might, and I hope it does find its audience, because again, I'm a big fan of this talent in this movie, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. I'm going to give this very similar score to what I gave the last Christmas movie I saw, which again, it might just be the mood that I'm in, that it's just like, it's not even Christmas yet, but I'll give this a 2.9 out of 5. It's not terrible, but it's actually not, it's not the best. It's not not even necessarily a good movie because, again, it's very predictable and just very generic. But anyway, that's just my thoughts. You might fall in love with this film, and I want to know what you thought of this movie. If you've seen it, let me know in the comments. Like and share this video and subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell to stay up to date with our content. Check out our other reviews that I just did for Apple TV Plus C, the most recent episode in the morning show. I just reviewed Castle Rock episode 5. Got some movie reviews from Last Christmas, Dr. Sleep, and can't wait to see the next episode of Watchmen. And I'm hoping to see Jojo Rabbit pretty soon, so keep an eye out for those videos. Thank you for watching this review, and we'll see you in the next video.